everybody, it's red. Hello everybody. Why is it red? Hello everybody. Welcome to our session 3.3. It's a special day today. And today we are announcing winners of the all expenses paid trip to Cape Town. All expenses paid vacation to Cape Town, right? We are announcing the winners. And before I announce the winners, please allow me please to make you aware that today we are doing things differently. For some reason, I can't see your comments. I need to see your comments, but I can't see them, all right? So we're gonna manage this as we go along, because what we're doing, we are only on YouTube today. And we'll be managing everything from YouTube because I want all the faces of people that I'm interviewing to show up on YouTube, all right? And so tell your friends who are on Instagram to join us on YouTube. That's where we are today. And I'm going to be inviting everyone who is on who has been joining us on Instagram to come and join us on YouTube. All right, that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's see, we're just dealing with the technicality to make sure that we are having everyone. I still can't see my comments. It's important that I see comments. And Dimpiwe, can I ask you to log off, please? And you come in only when I call you into the room, and then you can click. You can click the meeting request, please. All right. All right. We just want to make sure that we can see comments, because if we can see comments, then I can respond to your comments, okay? In the meantime, we allow people to come in. I also can't see how many people are in the room, unlike usual. Usually, I can see who's in the room, okay? We have a new system today to make sure that we can see all the faces on YouTube. Whether now or next week or a year from now, we can see both faces, okay? At the moment, so far, we've only been able to see my face on YouTube, and we see others on Instagram. So we're only streaming from YouTube today. And I have a few guests that I'll be interviewing on YouTube today. All right. First, I'm going to tell you the top four people who did extremely well in recruiting people to subscribe or to sign up for this course. All right, I'm going to tell you the top four, and then I will announce the top two. I know that I ran a poll this morning on my WhatsApp channel to ask you, who do you think has won? And I gave you 4 constituencies, and I said to you, tell me which constituency people come from, okay? I gave you 5 constituencies: Devoted Citizen in Gauteng, Wits University, Walter Sisulu, Faculty of Best Advisory, and Central University of Technology. And according to the polls, people believe that the winner is a devoted citizen of Gauteng. That's what people believe. That's the popular vote, that the winner is a devoted citizen of Gauteng. But today, we'll get the real winner of the all expenses paid trip to Cape Town. But more than that, we're also going to interview Peter Nell. Peter is a trainer, is a very experienced learning and developer at Net Campus Group, and I'll read you his profile when we get to invite him to join me. Because before him, I'll have 2 young people who did an extremely great job in terms of recruiting people to register for the AI Fluency course. Did you register for the AI Fluency course? Are you still busy doing it, or have you completed? I don't know where you're at, but I'm hoping that you registered and you are busy with it, or you've completed, because today we're going to ask the question, now that you've completed the course, so what? What do you do with the knowledge? How do you use the knowledge that you have to make sure that you get ahead or to achieve the things that we said you could achieve? Okay, the goodies that comes with being fluent in artificial intelligence. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But let me also acknowledge the people who helped us recruit. And these ones are not necessarily just ordinary human beings. Let me thank radio personalities, David Mashabela from Radio 2000, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi from Power FM, and Clement Manyatela from 702 Radio. The three helped us spread the word about the free AI Fluency course. And I want to say thank you to the SABC Radio 2000 for spreading the word, to Power FM leadership, executive board, and everybody for spreading the word, as well as to 702 Radio for spreading the word. Of course, the three presenters did a very good job in the interview and enabled me to explain and also to give details on how you can register for this free AI Fluency course. And so I'm hoping that many of you who are doing the course, I know that many of you who are doing the course joined after hearing it on radio. But besides the radio, we had universities and schools inviting us to come onto their campuses as we got onto the campus tour. We can't just get on the campus tour if nobody wants us, and we are delighted that all the visits that we made, the majority, in fact, almost all of them were organized by students. At Wits University, we were invited by the Faculty of Best Advisory, as well as the Xhosa Cultural Society. At Walter Sisulu University, we were contacted by a student named Amangozi, who brought us in contact with the WUSU ambassadors located at Butterworth, who organized together with the Vice Chancellor's office at Walter Sisulu University to ensure that we can be on campus. And I have to say thank you to all the three people, Amangozi, Nicole, who leads the brand ambassadors, and the Vice Chancellor's office, who made sure that not only do we get to the campus, but that we can also get to interact with students and staff at Walter Sisulu University in Butterworth. DUT Radio, thank you very much for joining us and for creating an opportunity for us to be able to interact with the DUT constituency via your radio station. Gosh, the young man who handled the program was just spot on. Of course, the students at DUT had no clue who we are, and we had not been given an opportunity to address students at DUT, but the radio station, which is run 100% by students, gave us an opportunity for an interview, and therefore we managed to reach a lot of students. And then the VUT radio station, thank you very much to VUT. VUT was so organized, it was so vibey when we got there that we managed to get an interview with them. We were late, it was at night, but they were waiting, and we did all that, the whole hour interacted with Makosazana, who was running the program on the day. Very skilled young woman. Thank you so much to VUT FM for giving us an opportunity. Let me give a shout out also to Central University of Technology. The Central University of Technology Student Leadership, the SRC. The president of the SRC, Jemina, who we got in contact with, was away from campus, but she got the deputy president who welcomed us and organized that we interact with students living with disabilities to tell them about AI fluency. And AI fluency is important for people living with disabilities, because if it's ever going to make an impact, then it should have all the people living with disabilities in it, so that they can give us feedback on that. So So that has been very, very useful. I'm trying to see how many people who are on YouTube. Okay, call your people who normally join us on Instagram to come and join us on YouTube. I still can't see the comments, but I guess we'll see them later. And Dimpiwe, I'm gonna ask you to get your AI tool that's taking minutes. Just shut it down. Get it out of the meeting. Okay, Dimpiwe, get the AI tool that you set up. I can see it. Please get it out of the meeting. All right. Before I call you in, I don't want your AI tool on the meeting. We don't need to take minutes on this. But I was giving tribute to the Central University of Technology for giving us access to the campus. UNISA gave us access on the science campus. Thank you to the staff members of the College of Science, Engineering and Technology who were doing lab sessions with students, as well as the occasion that they were having with students to help them in terms of applying for jobs for the future. We appreciate the opportunity. You are not just giving us an opportunity, you are giving an opportunity to your students so that they can get ahead with artificial intelligence. And that's really, really appreciated. All the other campuses that we went on to, without invitation from students, we basically get crashed. And students welcomed us, and we are glad that you took the pamphlet and you still registered. It's for your own good. It's for your own good. And we hope that you see the benefits of being AI fluent as you get on with your career. Now, we promised a prize to 2 people, and the prize is an all expenses paid trip to Cape Town as my guests. And we had four people leading. And I'm gonna say who those are. Of course, in no particular order. Motakam Charlie from Gauteng. I think he got the message from Devoted Citizen when I gave the Mandela lecture, Devoted Citizen. Motakam Charlie is amazing. He went on public platforms, to schools, to churches, encouraging people on his social media pages, tagging me, and as long as you tag me, you're advertising AI fluency, I reshared to spread your message. And that's what we did with Motakam Charlie. Of course, Motakam Charlie, for a long time as he was spreading the message, he wasn't using our link, he was using the general Net Campus link, and so probably some of his votes went there, but still he came out in the top 4. The other person is Amangozi from Wusu. Amangozi invited us to Wusu, and he's the one who got us in contact with the brand ambassadors in Wusu. But Amangozi didn't only do that. We saw his videos on social media where he was going into schools, getting learners in schools, talking about AI fluency, and encouraging others to join as they were registering to subscribing to take the free AI fluency course offered by the Net Campus group. So congratulations, Amangozi. Your votes, the people that you referred, put you in the top 4. And then we have Faculty of Best Advisory. That's led by Dimpiwe Gosa, and the chair of the board being Mafule Moswani. We met the Faculty of Best Advisory at Wits University. Of course, Faculty of Best Advisory is across many universities. It's at UJ, it's at Limpopo, it's everywhere in the country. But it's a student society that started at Wits University. And then Walter Sisulu University, Nicole, the brand ambassador at Walter Sisulu University, led also in terms, these 4 groups are the groups that recruited more than 200 people. I have to say to you, by the way, they recruited the top person who wins the prize, recruited more than 400 people. And that's Nicole from Walter Sisulu University in Butterworth. And I'm going to ask Nicole to join me online. And then the second person who wins is Ndimpiwe Gosa from Faculty of Best Advisory. He's located at Wits University, And he also was way above 300, the people that he recruited through Faculty of Best Advisory. Remember, we said the minimum you should recruit is 200. And the people who will win are those who will have won, who will have recruited more than 200 people. Now, these ones recruited more than 400. And I'm going to ask you, Dimpiwe, to join me online, as well as Nicole. Join me so that I can talk to you. Okay, I'm sending them WhatsApps because I'm not sure if they are on YouTube. Nicole, join me on Teams. Join me on Teams, Nicole. I'm going to talk to them for a while so that they can tell us what strategies they used, why it matters for their campuses, and whether they themselves registered. And thereafter, after talking to them, I'm going to talk to Peter. Please don't go away, because we're going to talk to Peter. And it's important that we talk to Peter, because when we talk to Peter, what we want to know is what next now that you are AI fluent? What next? What is it that's in store for you now that you are AI fluent? Okay, so there we have them. We started a group meeting. And Dimpiwe, hello. Can you unmute?
Hello, Mama. How are you?
Can you switch on your camera? All right. Dimpiwe, can I ask you to remove fireflies, please? Firefiles. I've been asking you to remove firefiles, but you are not listening. Can you remove firefiles? We don't want firefiles on here. It's cluttering our screen. Okay? Because it automatically joins. So we clearly can see that Dimpiwe is AI fluent. His tools join us uninvited. And now firefiles is there. Can you remove firefiles? And can I ask Nicole, can you unmute and show yourself on the screen, please? All right. Dimpiwe, can I ask you to please remove firefiles and switch on your camera?
I'm removing it, Mama.
Fantastic. I can see that firefiles is off now. Fantastic. Congratulations to the two of you on winning the all expenses paid prize to Cape Town. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the two of you. You guys worked so hard. You guys worked so hard. I know that you've got people who supported you, because Nicole, you did this through Wusu Butterworth after being contacted by Amangozi, who, by the way, was in the top 4. Ama almost got it as well. He got more than 200 people as well, but not as much as you did. In Dimpiwe, I know that you were supported by FBA, the FBA team, the FBA family. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Fantastic. Now, I want to do what they do at the awards. Now your acceptance speech, Dimpiwe, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. First and foremost, I would love to thank the FBA community at large, the FBA volunteers across South Africa, in Eastern Cape, Free State, in all over at the different institutions. It's such an honor and a privilege to get this amazing opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From FBA, I say, for the love of the people. Thank you so much.
For the love of the people. Congratulations, Dimpiwe. It's amazing. Nicole, the mic over to you now for your acceptance speech. There you go.
Thank you so much. Let me first take this opportunity to greet you and the viewers, and also greet you and thank you for this amazing opportunity and being part of this amazing initiative. I'd like to also thank Amma for reaching out to me, and also thank my colleagues, my 3 colleagues, because we are 4 brand ambassadors. Yes. And of course, thank the office of the Vice Chancellor for making sure that the program was welcomed within also and rolled out in Wusu, as well as thank everybody who participated. Thank you so much, Paul. We look forward to going to Cape.
Yes! Yes! yes. Congratulations. I can see people in the comments on YouTube saying, can Amangozi also win? But what we're going to do, we can only fund 2. But Wusu can hear, they know the work that Amma did, and in collaboration with Nicole, we got it done. If the university supports him to come, we'll be delighted. And of course, Amma is not the only one. There's also, as I said, Motakam Chali. Motakam Chali is in Gauteng. So when I'm in Gauteng, Motakam Chali, I'm going to invite you for coffee, for lunch, so that we can connect. You did such an amazing job recruiting people to this worthwhile AI fluency course. So congratulations to the both of you, Nicole and Dimpiwe. But I'm not done with you. I mean, it's for the love of the people. But you can't just recruit people to become AI fluent when you are not. Can you tell me, did you register, or were you just busy recruiting people? Dimpiwe?
Of course, Mama, I registered because I had to also tell people how do they register, and I had to also tell people what is the importance of the course and what the course entails. It was part of the processes that was necessary for me in order for me to be able to recruit. And also, we're doing this as FBA, as an organization, recruiting people as an organization. So even other volunteers that were actually recruiting people, they had to register to explain to them, and they had to also understand the course so that they can be able to explain to others as well.
Fantastic. So what strategies did you use, Dimpiwe, to get this number of people registering?
Okay, first and foremost, one of the primary strategies that we actually use is that we know, like, there's a famous thing at FBA that we always say, to say that instead of going with the flow, we are going to be the flow. Instead of demanding change, we are going to be the change. To say that we are demanding that people should create more jobs and so on, but we can actually adopt AI and become fluent instead of accusing it of taking out of and so on. But we can adopt it and become fluent in AI and be able to use it more effectively in our daily life. And also, one of the strategies I think about, I know that most of the students that are actually my peers, they use different AI tools, but they don't know how to use them appropriately in education. So I told them about the benefits of the course, that even actually when you're actually even attending a lecture, you can actually use different AI tools that can take notes for you when you're attending online lectures, meaning that if you're slow at writing, you can use this different tools. So those are some of the strategies that I use to talk more of what they can benefit from the AI fluency course.
Fantastic. In the next week, we are going to talk to students who are using AI tools, and they can tell us how they are using it productively. We'll come back to you, Ndimpiwe, because you'll be able to help us. Nicole, did you register for the course, and how did you recruit other students to join?
Yes, Prof, I registered for the course. Then registering for the course, ensure that I told students by going door to door to them before even the event that we hosted last week Wednesday. We went door to door in their residence. From holiday was only open on the 20th. So we went to the residences that we knew that students are, because they are. So we went there, registering students, registering staff, then that's how we got.
Nicole keeps breaking, but I think it's your internet access there, Nicole. It keeps shaky, but we can hear you. You say you went door to door even before the event to recruit students to join, right? And then the event that you organized was amazing. I mean, this is the only university that had a poster and a topic for discussion, and everyone was seated down. I mean, I was amazed. At WUSU, you had invited executives, there were academics, there were support staff, and then there were postgraduate students, there were even undergraduate students. Everyone in the hall, and I kept watching. Nobody walked out before we finished the presentation. How do you get that right, Nicole?
Thank you so much, Prof, for that. We got that right because as brand ambassadors, part of our role is to host student development programs.
Aha.
So we will, in all our student development programs, we have to organize programs, get everybody seated, market the program, go door to door, tell the people about the program. And of course, we extended the invite to our staff members, all students, undergrad, postgrad, as well as our executives. Because our university is in the process of, in fact, we've already recently opened a digital transformation office. So we also want office to come and that.
That's fantastic. I saw the power of collaboration at WUSU. I saw the power of collaboration from beginning to end. It was very powerful. I also saw the leadership of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Songa. Because even though she wasn't there, her office was there, visible, and providing support, and even giving credibility to you as the brand ambassadors. You organized whatever, and then you gave the leadership to them to chair and whatever, but they gave you the flowers to say, well done, brand ambassadors. It was well done. So congratulations to you, Nicole, and your team for doing that. I mean, the two of you, FBA and WUSU, you recruited, you are both students, but you recruited differently. FBA used networks because they took us to the closer society, and we had some award ceremony that they invited us to, and they also used email, and you used door-to-door and working with the different structures at WUSU to get everyone invited. Different strategies, and my hope is all the other universities can actually see, the other students from other universities can see different ways of organizing. I had no idea, Nicole, that there's a university that has got brand ambassadors. When Amangozi said, speak to our brand ambassador, I was like, brand ambassador? I thought they've got some celebrity somewhere. And then I thought we'll see this Nicole, whatever. And when we get there, Nicole is the one who welcomed us at the gate. And, and I thought for some time, I thought maybe she's a staff member. Wow, Nicole is a student. And it's a group of brand ambassadors, and they are led by you. So congratulations to you, Nicole, and congratulations to you, Ndimpiwe. What are you looking forward to seeing when you come to Cape Town? What is the one thing that you heard about in Cape Town that I should organize and make sure that you see? Ndimpiwe?
Well, I want to visit the Table Mountain. I've never been in Cape Town before, but I've just heard that Table Mountain is one of the fantastic places to be at in Cape Town when you actually visit Cape Town.
Fantastic. Table Mountain on the list. Yes, we'll include it. Nicole, anything that you want to see when you're in Cape Town that you've heard people talk about, you've never seen, and you'd like? I don't know if you've been to Cape Town below. Ndimpiwe said he's never been. Have you been to Cape Town?
I've been to Cape Town twice. Unfortunately, I've also never visited Table Mountain, so I also look forward to it.
All right. We will definitely go to Table Mountain. We will be in contact with you. I can already imagine that maybe we'll go to Table Mountain on Saturday morning for breakfast, but we can decide, because I don't want to take a cable car to the top. I want to hike up to the top. And so those who want to hike up to the top with me will do that. And those who don't hike up, they will meet us with the cable car. They'll come out later and meet us with the cable car. Then we'll have breakfast on top of the mountain, either on Saturday morning or on Sunday morning when you are here, right? So that's your request, and your request is granted. Boom! The rest of the staff are going to be a surprise. Remember that we also promised you dinner on the bus cuisine. We're gonna have a bus cuisine. We're gonna have dinner on the bus. It's a 5-course dinner on the bus as we go around scenic places in Cape Town. That's already promised, and the red bus tour is already promised. So those two you will get. The rest of the staff will be a surprise for you. All right. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Yes, and it will be in September. So my staff will be in contact with you. My chief of staff will be in contact with you to take your details and everything. so that we get a date in September that works for the both of you, so that you are here at the same time, and everything will be organized. And when we welcome you, we will make people aware that you are here, so that everyone knows, indeed, I didn't lie when I said this is a prize. Okay. So congratulations again. Congratulations again. I can see people joining us from all over the country. I can also see people joining us from Lusaka, Zambia. Gabriel is joining us from Lusaka. I also saw Motakamchali Shem. Motakamchali, I'm so sorry. I so hope that you will win. But I know Motakamchali said, even if he doesn't win, he knows he's a winner just by getting people to register for the course. So congratulations to Motakamchali. And some people are still asking for the link. Now, the offer to register for free has expired. It was only until Thursday night. We've been on this for 14 full days, encouraging people to register. So if you didn't register by Thursday night, it's over. But here's the thing, keep coming to these Sunday sessions, because as you know, Deputy Mother always plugs you with the good things. So come join us again every Sunday, and we will tell you about all the other opportunities that exist out there. Tamsangla says he's busy with the course already. Let's see, joining from Davidton, universities are on board. Young people are taking the lead. Teboho from Net Campus. Teboho Makato, the CEO from Net Campus is joining. Thank you so much, Teboho. It's good to have you. It's good to have you with us. Congratulations. Teboho is also congratulating you all, because she's the one who launched this. Siamtanda Mkwanazi says he's very proud of you, Nicole, for representing WUSU so well. WUSU Butterworth, congratulations. Nicole represented you very, very well. All right, I'm going to let Ndimpiwe and Nicole go, because I want to talk to Peter, because I want us to get into the talk about, now that you are AI fluent, so what? But congratulations to the two of you. People will meet you again when you are in Cape Town, all right? When you are in Cape Town, we'll come again together here on the screen, so that people can see that, in fact, it is true. You did hit the ground. All expenses paid. So see you in Cape Town soon, Nicole. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Dimpiwe. Bye-bye, Peter. Peter from the Net Campus group. I'm going to ask Peter to now join me. Use the link, Peter, to join me on Teams, so that we can have a conversation. Dimpiwe has left his AI tool here. Dimpiwe, I don't want your AI tool on my screen. All right. I'm waiting for Peter to join me. Peter Nell from the Net Campus group is joining me soon. There we go. Let me get Peter on the screen. Peter is going to switch his camera on. Switch your camera on, Peter. Fantastic. Peter, welcome. It's good to see you. I'm trying to see whose AI tool is this that's on the line. But anyway, let me not stress, because I don't know why it's still here. But nevertheless, you and I are on the screen. Peter, thank you very much for joining me. I'm so excited that the young people of our country took leadership, and they've helped in recruiting people to join. And together, they recruited a lot of people, as well as radio stations. They did a fantastic job. But let me tell people a little bit about who you are. Peter, of course, has got over 30 years of experience in learning and development. He has dedicated his career to empowering individuals and organizations through education. His academic foundation is in mathematics, and it has shaped a structured, analytical approach to problem solving, an asset in designing impactful learning strategies. Peter is a corporate learning executive who has led numerous initiatives to build future-ready workforces, and today he focuses on bridging the digital divide in South Africa by expanding access to technology and digital literacy for all communities. Peter believes that inclusive access to knowledge is essential for sustainable social and economic growth. Peter, there's a good reason I'm reading your CV. There's a good reason. It's not only to get people to believe what you say and to know that in fact you do have the expertise. No, it's not only that. That's part of it. But you know, Peter, many young people go to university, they study mathematics, and they say to me, but Kheti, we don't want to be professors like you. We want to do something else. Reading CVs like yours tell them what other people who studied mathematics do with their mathematics knowledge. And here you are. You went for problem solving, your problem solving took you somewhere else. It's a way for people to see what's possible in crafting their careers. So thank you so much for sharing your not only your CV, but your work with us. I'm delighted to have you. So, Peter, how long have you been with the Net Campus Group?
I've been with the Net Campus Group now for 1 year and 8 months and 3 days.
You know, Peter, I like the way you do it. My son was asking me today, because I was speaking somewhere on Friday, and I said to them, in 456 days, I'll be 60. And my son said, where do you get that number? Are you just thumb sucking or what? And I said, no, but I'm not thumb sucking. Why would I thumb suck? and so it seems like in people who studied mathematics, you know, to get to the level of precision in terms of when. So I like that. Peter, we've had a diverse group of people taking up the opportunity to register for the AI Fluency course that's offered by the Net Campus Group. And for some of them, this was the first time they were doing any course on anything tech related. And many of them, as I was going around, they were asking, am I qualified to do this course? I've never done any tech, you know. But many of them took up it because I said yes. They took up the opportunity and they're feeling really excited. They've completed or they're busy in the middle of the course. Some of them have certificates. They've been putting them on LinkedIn and everywhere. So for people who have just become comfortable with AI tools such as Copilot, Gemini, or ChatGPT, what's the one surprising thing they should try next in order to truly level up?
Well, thanks for the question. And just before I answer your question, I also want to thank you for really becoming part of this specific initiative. And I have to be honest with you, when I logged on and I was listening to Piwe and Nicole, then you realize the reason why we create programs like this, we've hit the right spot. I'm so proud to be part of this. I'm so proud to listen to these two young people. And the wonderful thing about this is if we can take these two young people and multiply them and then show the world there's only one country, and that's South Africa. Absolutely. So to get back to your question is, yes, ChatGPT is probably one of the more popular tools used. A lot of people have now been exposed to the Microsoft Copilot as a tool as well. And people use that for research. I know specifically university students. So the next big thing to get to use and skill to build is actually has to do with the integration of these two tools with other product sets and specifically more advanced technologies that will allow them to automate tasks. So my next big thing for young people is to say, now you've got to expose yourself to platforms like Power Automate and see how Copilot and these tools can actually help you to automate the mundane tasks that is taking up so much time. And then also just the ability to use these tools when you write postgrad, and Prof, you know that when you do postgrad studies, you sit with a huge amount of data normally, and you've got to make sense of that. Using Copilot to make sense of data, absolutely the next thing to do.
That's actually excellent, because then you're using it. You use Copilot as a data analysis tool. All right, and that's what I want. As we go along, we're going to talk to students about how do you use, students and experts like yourself, how do you use specific tools for data analysis, for studying, for learning, for whatever. So this is fantastic. Anyone who's listening, even not just students, Peter, also academics in their research, it's also important for them to get on board with that.
I think there's so much data out there, and you can either spend hours working through that in a traditional manner, or you can use these tools to make sense of that data in a very short space of time. And just a very practical example is last week, Friday evening, somebody asked me for a report and they asked it in a record time. There was no way that I was going to use Microsoft products like pivot tables, etc. So I just used Copilot, had the report in PowerPoint in less than 15 minutes, and could distribute that report.
Fantastic. And as we talk about this, we'll, in the next sessions, we'll also talk about the ethics of using AI tools. But at the moment, we're saying, here's the tools. It can actually make you deliver the work that's needed. Like the report that Peter is talking about, you could deliver it in no time. Rather than saying, oh, there's too much data, boss, I won't be able to do this, and giving excuses, it helps you deliver on time.
Yeah.
But Peter, a lot of people worry, particularly because of that capacity of AI to deliver, reports on time and so on. People worry that it's going to replace jobs. So what are some unexpected ways in which actually AI is actually going to create new opportunities for ordinary people? Because I believe that it will. More than taking away jobs, it will create new opportunities. What ways would those be?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting debate, and one that we get to be part of on a regular basis is, what will it mean if I've currently got 10,000 employees in my organization? How many jobs will I be able to cut? And that's not the real reason behind AI. So AI will, and we normally talk about new roles that AI will create and roles that will be augmented by using AI. And to start with the latter one first, if we think about cybersecurity experts, in the past, as a cybersecurity expert, you spend hours and hours to write specific code to test systems and the vulnerability of systems. Now with AI, you can actually use that to help you to do that faster, and thus to create more scripts to test the vulnerability of an organization. The other part is data scientists, people like us that love numbers. You were using tools like linear algebra and probability and all of these tools to analyze company detail. Now you use these AI tools, and you've got more time to actually work through the end result to make the right suggestion to companies. And then clearly it will also create new jobs, in a sense of that people that always thought that they could never be developers can now become software developers using low-code and no-code development. So it is true that automation, which is part of AI, will impact some jobs, but that's also why it is important for us to realize, and there's an old concept in learning and development called reskill, upskill, new skill, that you can never become stagnant when it comes to knowledge. You've constantly got to broaden your horizons, and that will, through AI, allow you to actually be able to access jobs. I mean, statistics are saying that people that can write proper prompts, what they call themselves prompt engineers, their opportunity to find a job right now is at least 140% better than somebody that can't.
Wow! Just imagine, just to learn how to do proper prompts increases the possibility of getting a job. And there's no degree for prompt engineering. Peter?
No, there's no degree for that, but I think it's also very important that people thus find learning opportunities, and learning as such is also highly impacted by AI, because you do have the ability. I mean, in my days, I'm turning 60 in less than 2 months, Prof. So I'm.
Same WhatsApp group. Same WhatsApp group.
So nowadays you still have to walk all the way to a library, and then you have to find an encyclopedia. Now you can actually use AI to get such a richness of data together. And I'm less worried about when people talk about, will AI, is a student paper an original paper, how much of AI is in there. We use the technology that's available to better the result.
Yeah. I'm with you, Peter. I'm with you, Peter. And I mean, how beautiful it is that it's us almost 60-year-olds who are telling young people that actually with this comes opportunities. Of course, the challenge to make sure that the skills that you have go beyond just providing data or just going putting data on a graph, because now we've got AI tools who can organize that data. You now have to provide insights to the data. Do you see? So it's beautiful.
That is also why it's important for all the young people on the channel right now to understand that they also need to acquire skills like problem solving, critical thinking skills. And in a program like this 100,000 initiative on AI, and I really want to thank Tebogo Magatu, our CEO as well. This is part of our initiative to open the world to young people and open their eyes to the possibilities. And the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So basically, young people should not be scared. They should realize that this is an opportunity to do bigger and better things and faster than you and I were able to do in our time as teenagers.
Yeah.
So, but Peter, if you could teach someone just 3 practical AI habits. I mean, now we're doing this AI fluency course. It got us fluent. We are fluent base. We've got basic fluency. What are the 3 practical AI habits? Because I believe that you've got to develop particular habits to be successful in using the AI models that are there. So give me just 3 practical AI habits that someone can use to save time and stay ahead in the next 5 years. What would they be?
Before I just jump into that, I think that the one crucial component is stay up to date with what the world of AI. So become very curious about AI development and log on to different user groups, etc. Become part of AI communities. Because what we know right now at 5:49 on a Sunday, and what will be available in AI tomorrow will already be different. So my first part would really be become incredibly curious. But from a practical perspective, to answer your question, is it is stay up to date with the world of AI, and how you're going to do that is you've got to constantly learn. A crucial part of that is learn how to write prompts effectively. The more effective you ask or your prompting becomes, the better the results are. It's the same when you interact with people, even on a social environment, and you ask them a vague question versus asking people a very specific question. So become prompt. Really, I must say more than prompt literate. Become an expert in writing prompts. The second key component is also leverage AI for all of your data analytics work. So become aware of how AI work with tools like Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Power BI, the data analytics tools. So that would be my second point. And the third one is really also expand your knowledge on AI to look at how you can automate specific repetitive tasks like set up a meeting, etc. How that can actually be all automated so that you can spend your time on the more important part, and for the students in acquiring more and more knowledge about the subject that they're studying. So it's really stay curious, become a prompt expert, leverage it for data, and have a look at how you can automate a task.
That's straight to the point. Stay curious, learn how to prompt better, leverage AI tools for your data analytics, and learn about AI tools that can do the menial tasks that you don't have to spend time on. There's people who are asking questions on YouTube, and Teresa says, can you tell us about the AI groups, AI communities that we can join so that we can keep up to date?
I think it is important for people to actually create a LinkedIn profile. Then on LinkedIn, you can really just type in and search for AI groups. So that is one key component. The other part is also to join YouTube and the YouTube AI channels.
Yeah.
And then from a pure Net Campus perspective is keep your eye on our website, because we are planning more and more sessions to update people on what AI will allow them to do in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much, Peter. I will advise also Teresa and everyone on the line, maybe also follow the Net Campus SA on Instagram, because as the developments take place that Peter is talking about, they will probably share them on their Instagram. So follow them on LinkedIn, follow them on Instagram, identify their website, because you want to follow an expert who will do the work, and then you can see what are the new courses that are being offered, or new communities that you can join. I mean, personally, I have people that I am following on TikTok, on LinkedIn, who are exploring particular areas of AI that I'm interested in. So you should decide to do that. Gabriel says, I advised someone to use ChatGPT to imagine interview questions he would be asked for a job he was applying for. Based on the job advert and looking at the responses he was given, he got the job. Is that a usual way of using AI?
Absolutely. I mean, often even in a corporate environment, is when you get an RFQ document, a request for proposal, or a request for information document from a company, you feed that detail into AI, into Copilot on our side, and you ask Copilot to take out the important components out of a document that's normally a few hundred pages, that will make your specific proposal stand out.
Yeah.
When it comes to job interviews, most certainly is feed the detail into Copilot and ask Copilot to also provide you with insights. When my wife runs a little preschool, and whenever I introduced her to the world of ChatGPT, and so whenever for parent communication, etc., where it was always type it in Word and then put it through a spell check, now she feeds the detail into ChatGPT and she copy pastes WhatsApp. There we go. Everybody is over the moon. So absolutely. So for students, for research, but also as you get to leave the university and enter the field of work outside, is use these tools to create a CV that will actually showcase your true skills.
Fantastic. That's good advice. Gabriel, thank you very much for sharing that. Of course, people are getting the message. Stay curious, learn how to prompt better. Use AI tools for simple tasks like emails, like whatever. Get AI to prepare draft letters for you and draft WhatsApps, and then you can just tweak them wherever it's needed, but it just cuts your time to focus on things that matter. And actually, in today's world, no employee should say, it's too much, I can't do it now, because actually you have an assistant 24/7 that you're not, you don't have to give lunch to, actually. Right, Peter? An assistant who doesn't need a lunch break is here with you.
Or can complain about the coffee, so it's wonderful.
Exactly. Now, Peter, as we close, people registered for the free AI Fluency course are created by Microsoft. They registered through Net Campus, and they've acquired the skills and they're excited. Is there if someone said, okay, I want to go to the next level, is there a course that they can register for? Does NetCampus offer those kind of opportunities to register for a course, whether paid or not? There are people who, through this free AI fluency course, their curiosity has been checked, and now they are even willing to pay for a course that will up their skills. Any?
Yes, absolutely. The first part is just thanks to Tebogo, is we will select 50 people out of everybody that completed the course and provide them with access to an international accredited course at no cost. The second part is we offer AI courses across various spectrums. AI for project managers, AI for software developers, AI for cybersecurity experts. So we do have, if you go onto our website, we do have a whole host of courses. They are all internationally recognized, so that comes from brands like Microsoft, AWS, etc. So where people can walk out of that course, walk away with a course with an international certificate as well.
Fantastic. So if there's a graduate out there who says, I'm unemployed, I don't know what to do, I don't even know what skills I have, maybe you wanna go onto the NetCampus Group website and see what courses are there, because just having a degree in business management doesn't cut it these days. You want an office management job, you're competing with AI tools that never sleep, that don't even want coffee, as you can hear. So get ahead. It's not good enough. So get a course, learn, so that when you go to the interview, you don't only bring your expertise from the degree, you also bring practical expertise that you learn through some of these courses that NetCampus is offering. So get educated. That's what we are here. Remember, on this platform, the Sunday sessions, the aim is to win. We don't sit and complain. Complaining doesn't help. Peter, in this program, in this Sunday session, it's so easy to complain, Peter. My view is that complaining is easy. Everyone can write a book about what is not working. They can even tell us why it's not working, but very few people make it work or tell us how we can make it work. And on this platform, we tell people how we can make things work. And we are really delighted to have partners such as the NetCampus Group and people such as yourself, Peter, for sharing your knowledge and expertise with us, not only inspiring young people to take your career route, but also to realize that there's multiplicity of opportunities out there. So I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon and sharing your knowledge with us. Your parting word, Peter.
Thank you. I can't agree with you more. Complaining is always the easy way out. To take or to look at opportunities and to say, I'm going to grab this opportunity and I'm going to work hard to achieve. That is the key to success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Peter, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week. I'm sure we'll be in touch again.
Thank you.
And for everyone who joined us, thank you so much for joining us. I can see your comments. I can see Tebogo is in stitches by our conversation with Peter about an assistant who doesn't need a coffee break. He needs no bonus, Tebogo. Not only don't this assistant need a coffee break, they don't need a coffee break, they don't need a bonus, they never get tired. It's an assistant, and everyone can have the assistant. So the AI tools are assistance for even you who doesn't have a big budget. So use that assistant. In the next few weeks, we will talk to people who are using these assistants, and we will ask them how they are using them. Those people will be students, they'll be entrepreneurs, they'll be professors, they'll be teachers, so that they can share with you how they are using AI tools to help them become more productive and effective in their work. So if you are here on the platform and you think you have perfected the way in which you use the AI tools that you're using and you want to share, or you've been so excited by the way you're using your AI tool, do not hesitate to get in contact with me. You can write it in the comment and tell me what you're using it for. Drop me your number and I'll be in contact with you so that we can share the good news. Remember, on the Sunday sessions, we are all winners. We are not interested in losing. We are not interested in complaining. We are problem solvers. We get things done. It's easy to complain. It's easy to say what's not working. We focus on what is working. And what's not working, we make it work. We create opportunities. We multiply opportunities so that more and more of us can benefit. If all else fails, none of us should ever be hungry, and none of us should ever have no money to pay for rent. We've got to be those kind of people, and that's what we're pushing in this platform. And I'll see you again next week, same time, same place, 5 p.m. Tell your friend. This is where it's happening. Mary Jane Castilla from the Philippines, thank you for joining me again this week. You always join, and we are delighted. All the friends from Dublin, from Nigeria, from Namibia, and from Kenya and Botswana, we are delighted that you joined us again this weekend, and we'll see you next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. Have a good week. Bye-bye.